Wonderful, fabulous. And the really fabulous thing is about 10 minutes before we started, they were drilling next door again. And it seems to be that they obviously want their tea, so they cut off just before we start. So that's marvelous. Um, where are we? Monday. That's it. It's painting all day, that is. Uh, Monday meditation session, a mindful Monday meditation session, where we take three divide the session into three. We start with a small, relaxing meditation. Then we go into a little bit of a teaching, not too much, just one technique to take away and play around with and explore throughout the week, as and when you can. And we've been focusing on breath work. That's almost coming to an end. I think there's this one and two more, I think it is, and then we'll move into something else for the middle bit, and we'll finish up with the loving kindness meditation as always, which helps us just develop our self-compassion and compassion for others. And if you're watching this on Watch Again in the members area and you've not joined in before, don't worry if you can't visualize. Don't worry about any of it. Just follow the instructions to the best of your ability, and you'll get it. You will get it. And there's also now there's that introduction to meditation bit in the members area as well, so you can click into that and plug into that for a bit as well, and you'll get there. Marvelous. So let's begin as we always begin. I'm back in my swivel chair because my ergonomic sitting position chair is the most blooming uncomfortable thing you can imagine. um, so let's have a fidget, get comfortable, and we'll begin by taking just three wonderful deep breaths together. Now, there's no need to close your eyes and relax on the first breath, no need to close your eyes and relax on the second breath, but on the third breath, as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close just in the time you need to take to relax and to get the most from this today. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Just return to your natural breath, your natural rhythm, that natural tide. And there's nothing to do, just relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel, and the better you feel, the more you can relax now with each part of today's session working for you and with you, helping you discover that peace and that inner calm that you seek is yours. It always has been. And when we stop seeking and we just breathe and we focus in, that's when we find it. So tell yourself, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to relax. Outside noises will not disturb me. Everyday thoughts will not distract me. It all just helps me relax and go deeper. I want you to become aware of the soles of your feet. Just imagine them, radiant with light, glowing with light, a soothing, healing, calming light. I don't know what color that light is for you today that allows you to get the most from this, but whatever color that is, just imagine your feet there. And imagine your feet filling with that light. Toes, all the way up to your ankles, radiant and glowing. And that light continues to flow and to build within you, flowing up from the ankles, up through the shins and the calves, glowing and radiant with light. And through the knees, soothing any tensions, dissolving any discomfort, relaxing radiant light. Notice now how that light continues up through the knees, through the upper legs, thighs into the hips. Glowing and radiant light, soothing light. The lower torso, the lower back and stomach up. That light just radiating, filling and flowing within you. Through the upper back and chest, into the shoulders, glowing with light. And allowing that light now to flow down the arms, shoulders, the elbows, to the wrists, to the very tips of your fingers. Healing, soothing, calming light. Up through the neck, the jaw, back of the head, up through the face, till the whole body is radiant with light, glowing with light. In a moment, we'll take another deep breath in, and when we do that, we're going to breathe that light all the way through our emotional body, through our emotional self, bringing calm and peace to our emotions. Breathing that in, soothing the emotions, the feelings, letting go. We'll take another breath in and breathe that in all through the passageways of our minds. Just imagine that labyrinth of the mind being flooded with that light, calming and soothing all thoughts. Breathing in, and out. And then breathing in once more, breathing that light into the very center of our being, to the center of our true self, to the level of our souls. Breathing in, and out. And so you find yourself radiant, glowing, with that soothing, healing, calming light. And we're going to go straight in now to our breath technique for this week, maintaining that sense of the light body. It's called the fountain breath. And what we do is we take a nice, slow, steady, deep breath in, not forced, but good and strong. And as we do that, we imagine all that light flowing and building up, flowing up, filling our light bodies with even more of it. And on the out breath, imagine that light is just flooding out, fountaining out in all directions, all around you, filling your body and bathing you in that light. So we're going to do this for a few minutes. Then we're going to add something else into that equation. So starting with those nice, steady, deep breaths. Bringing that light, filling the body, and then founting it out at the top of the head. Flowing all the way around you and down you. Then breathing it back in. Back out through the top of the head. Keep it fountaining going like that. Keep that cycle going of filling the body and breathing it all in, and then fountain it out through the top of the head. And notice how you can begin to discover a sense of inner peace and calm as that light, that energy, as it fountains out through the top of the head, cascading around you and all down you, cleanses, brings clarity. Keep that cycle going. And think of a feeling, an emotion, maybe joy, maybe peace. Maybe you want to feel energized. Or maybe you want to feel deeply relaxed. With that feeling and emotion in mind, I wonder what color that light becomes for you as you think of that feeling. And begin to notice that feeling within you. Wherever that is now, as you continue to cycle that light, that energy through you. And as it begins to change and shift, coloring that light and that energy with whatever color that feeling is for you. Just continue to imagine that light now coming out through the top of the head, whatever color that's become, and just cascading down all around you, bringing more of that feeling, more of that emotion. So if you're focusing on joy, I wonder how much more joy you can feel as you continue to cycle this light now. If you're thinking about inner peace, then I wonder how much more inner peace you can discover as you continue to allow that light to cycle and circle within, drawing it up through and out through the top of the head, cascading down all around you. Just a little bit more now. And you can use this breath technique and visualization anytime you wish to gain clarity, to energize, to refresh, or to boost a certain feeling. And that can be joy, peace, as we said, or it can be confidence. It can be whatever you wish to add to that energy and that light. And as you focus on that and begin to feel it, you'll find that you can build that sense within you, whilst at the same time finding that center and that peaceful place within. Every time that you do this, it's like this, and all those other times, and so much more. And slowly return to your normal breath. Allow the sense and the imagery of that light body to begin to fade, knowing that that's there for you, it's yours. And then when you're ready to continue on into our loving kindness meditation and get the most from that, then you can start to return, just bringing yourself back. When you're ready to feel good and carry on, then you can open your eyes and be here now. Wonderful. That's it. It's a very simple technique, but it reminded me of a book I put out ages ago now. I say ages, I don't remember when it came out, but called The Art. And that was based on the middle pillar meditation from, thank you. Don't know if you hit the car horns there. From the Golden Dawn system, which was, it's a little similar to the chakras way of working, except there's 5 centers that correlate with the five middle pillar of the Kabbalistic tree of life. And the complete system, you visualize energy coming down through those centers, you resonate a sound with that as well, and then you circulate the energy around the body in different ways, and then that can be used to focus into our intents, to focus into aspects of our lives. There's also a way of using it as a form of healing, in the same way as you might use Reiki. And well, it was said of the light body and the circulation of the light, that if you practice no other meditational practice in your life, if you practice that daily, you would still reach enlightenment. Because every time we work with the idea of energy within our meditations, We are refining, I think is the right way of saying it. Refining our own personal energy, and I don't talk about it that much, but kind of you think that as a vibrational thing, it kind of highes the vibration, and as a more practical way of saying and talking about it, I've in my own practice just recently started a new energy meditation practice, and I started it when I started, not this weekend, the weekend before, I think it was, maybe just before that, maybe it's coming up to 2 weeks ago now. And last week, each day I was doing it in the morning and the evening, and each day I was waking up having felt like I slept better. My mind felt sharper and clearer each day. And I really noticed a shift. Like if my feelings and emotions were a graph, the beginning of the week, it felt a bit like pushing through a thick fog. But by Thursday, Friday, I was feeling not just more energized, not much just more alert in my mind, but I actually felt my movements, my body and everything felt so much more, so much lighter, in the same way that some people, when they'll do like detox and, you know, smoothies and water and stuff, or they go through a period of being vegetarian, which quite often will give that sense. But in a short period of time, when you're working with the energy-based meditations, you really can notice, if you're doing it regularly, how it does make a shift. And I'm not going to say whether that truly is energy working, or whether it's just the idea that that's what's doing that helps lift our state of mind. It doesn't matter. The fact is, energy meditations have been practiced for millennia, and there is something there in them which can benefit us. So I like that one. I've always liked the light body and the circulation of light. So I would recommend kind of persevering with that one. Maybe decide to kind of give it a 2 or 3 week test where you do, I don't know, morning and evening, or just once a day, and see how it goes. Keep a note of it if you're keeping a meditation journal, which I'm sure we all are. And then yeah, just keep a tab on it, and see and note how you're feeling. Don't compare one day to another, but just note how you're feeling each morning or each day as you go about. Really recommend it. Really recommend it. Any questions on that one? Marvelous. Well, in that case, we'll move into our loving kindness meditation. So have a fidget, have a stretch, a cup of tea. I was singing at the weekend, so I'm a bit. And so we'll take 3 deep breaths again together, just to go into this. It's always easier once you've done some to then go in. It kind of compounds and allows it to make it easier for you to go deeper. So let's take a nice deep breath in, breathing in, hold it, and just breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. And if you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to close. Just returning to your natural breath. And when I say the words loving kindness, I wonder where you feel your response to those words within you. Maybe say it in your own mind a couple of times. And as you say it, just become aware of where within your body responds. And our intellects, our logical mindset, well, that'll be the heart. But actually, it doesn't have to be. So as you say again, the word loving kindness, I wonder where it is for you that you sense that within you. And as you begin to become more aware of that, I want you to imagine yourself sat at the cinema, got the whole place to yourself. You sat in the best place possible for you to get the most from this. The lights dim, and the first scene of the movie starts. It's black and white. Maybe a bit grainy, a bit old looking, maybe even a bit faded. And I want you to think of somebody that you know that means a lot to you. Just imagine them stepping out into that, in that movie, in that scene. And just pause it a moment. And I want you to become aware of where you feel loving kindness within you. And notice, the more you focus on that loving kindness, how the screen in the cinema starts to fill up with color, as though that loving kindness is seeping out from you into that screen, bringing color and light. Into that person's life. Loving kindness filling that scene with rich colors. Until that screen in front of you is gloriously vibrant with color. Filling that scene with the bright, beautiful colors of that loving kindness. And so you press play again and it moves on to the next scene. Again, the screen is in black and white, faded. And somebody who is an acquaintance, somebody you kind of know, steps out into that scene and you pause it again. Becoming aware of where within you now you get that sense of loving kindness. As you focus on that more and more now, notice how that screen in front of you again starts to fill up with wonderful colors, beautiful and vibrant, like the spring colors we have outside at the moment. Notice that scene shift and change around that person as you send that loving kindness from yourself and the screen becomes vibrant with color. wonderful, diverse colors of that loving kindness. And with that screen now transformed, glowing with beautiful, kind, loving color, you can press play and the scene moves on, changes to another black and white scene. And onto that screen walks somebody that just represents strangers, people you don't know. Maybe there's one person, maybe there's a couple of people, but representing strangers, people you don't know yet. And again, the image is black and white, faded. So you pause that scene. And again, connect with that sense of loving kindness within you. As you begin to notice, the more you focus on that loving kindness, the more color returns to that screen. The scene filling out with the most vibrant and beautiful colors. Whereas before it was black and white and faded, now it glows. As that loving kindness fills that scene with vibrancy, surrounding the person, the people in that with those colors. Until the whole of that scene, the whole of that screen is filled with beautiful colors, filled with that loving kindness. And you press play, and the scene moves on. The next scene again is grey and black and white and faded. And onto that scene steps somebody who in the past maybe has crossed you, upset you or hurt you. But it's time to allow that loving kindness do all it needs to let go of what was, be able to embrace now. That person steps onto the scene, onto the screen. You pause it and connect with that sense of loving kindness within you again. Wherever you feel that now. And as you begin to and continue to feel that now, the color returns to the screen. Vibrant, beautiful color. Washing through all of the scene, making it bright and clear and colorful. As that loving kindness floods the scene with color. And as that screen is full of color now, you can press play. It shifts to another old looking black and white screen. This time it's the entire Earth spinning in space. But the screen is faded and dull, black and white. And as you're there looking at that scene, just pause it and connect with that sense of loving kindness, wherever that is within you. And as you continue to connect with that, and that feeling of loving kindness begins to spin and flow within you, you can notice how the color returns to the scene. The screen in front of you filling up with color, the deep darkness of space, the twinkling of stars, color of planets, and the earth filling with color, with vibrancy, sending that loving kindness throughout the world, throughout the universe, to all existences. In the same way that the rain does not judge who it falls upon, your loving kindness pours out, bringing life and color to the world and all that is. With that scene fully colored, fully bright and beautiful, press play again. It moves on to the final scene where you see an aspect of yourself, maybe a part of yourself you've been neglecting, a part of yourself maybe you've been a bit harsh on, maybe you've been a bit judgmental with yourself. But you see on the screen an aspect of yourself stepping out onto the screen, and you pause it just there. And again, connect with that loving kindness, and that scene that's black and white and grey starts to fill with color. The more you connect now with that sense of loving kindness and all that means to you, the more color and vibrancy appears on the screen. Filling in all the details in beautiful, bright colors, radiant colors, until the whole of that scene with that aspect of you within it is bathed in glorious, glorious technicolor. And pressing play, the scene continues and you step up in front of the screen. You reach out to that aspect of you, bathed in that beautiful color now. And that aspect of you reaches back and you pull that aspect from out of the screen, embracing that aspect of you with all that loving kindness, that beautiful color. You take that color and that kindness and that love within you, breathing it in and pulling that part into you, bringing you closer to wholeness, a sense of peace, healing. And with that sense of peace and healing within you, that beautiful color within you, a sense of that cinema screen and that cinema starts to fade. As you become more aware of your surroundings, where you are now, watching this, listening to this, and having listened to this and joined in with this and followed the instructions in this, you can really begin to discover a sense of inner peace now. And as you begin to notice that, when you're ready to bring that back out into your day and your week, to have a good week, Even though there may be challenges, you can still have a good week. So we're ready to embrace those. And when you're ready to embrace the week and just have a good week, feeling good, feeling at peace, carrying that center within you, then and only then you can start to return. When you truly decide this is the week, I'm having a good week, then you can open your eyes, be here, be now, have a stretch, feel good. That's it. All the way back.